Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hashtag 135. My name is Alexis, and I have Mr. Bland, principal of Jordan Elementary, and Mr. Clark, the superintendent of our district. And this episode is going to be just a little bit different. We want to honor some of our staff here at Centralia City Schools for Veterans Day that is just around the corner. And we really do. We appreciate their service and their sacrifices that they have made for our country. And our first veteran is Mike Hafley. Mike Hafley served in the Army for 8 years, and he went in when he was 21 years old. Mike actually was on the show not too long ago, too. I think he briefly mentioned being enlisted in the military. His rank, and forgive us civilians, I'm just going to read what he gave me, is he was a Specialist E4.
I'm looking at this picture of Mike that we have that he supplied for us, and he was quite the young man in his military days.
Yes. Yeah. And the glasses. I love those glasses that he's wearing.
Jack Zavonar is our 6th grade PE teacher, and Mr. Zavonar served in the United States Marine Corps Reserves from 1990 to 1996, and he served at the rank of sergeant as an infantry rifleman.
And our next employee who served in the military is Mr. Paul Almy. He served in the U.S. Navy from March 1991 to March 1997. He was attached to the USS Parch. I'm saying that right? SSN 683. He was an ES Petty Officer, 2nd class, and his rate was electronic technician.
Mr. Cooley, who has been on our podcast, I wasn't here
No, you weren't. You missed.
You missed
absent.
A
Mr.
really
Cooley.
good episode.
It was good.
He served in the Army in active duty, National Guard, and Reserves from 1997 to 2010, and he served as a staff sergeant. And now he teaches at the junior high. So we are.
And I neglected to say that Mr. Almy is a classroom parapro at Jordan Elementary and has been there for quite a few years, in addition to managing a crew at North American Lighting on weekends.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He does double duty.
He's a jack of all trades.
He really is. Our next employee that we have is Mrs. Timothea Reed, who teaches 4th grade at Central Middle School. Her description's a little bit longer than the other ones. She served in the Army from 1998 until she graduated high school in 2001.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? That's what.
She graduated in 1998 and served until.
I read that wrong. My apologies. My apologies.
I just wanted to clarify that for people who are not
Thank you
thinking
for
what junior high kids were serving.
Thank you. She ended her military time as a PFC E3. And like I said, forgive us civilians, it says my MOS or job was hospital food service. She did her basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. She did her food service training at Fort Lee, Virginia, and her hospital food service training at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. The rest of her time was spent in Fort Bragg, North Carolina with the 28th Combat Support Hospital, which is the combat hospital for the 82nd Airborne Troops. She is an expert marksman shooter, and she's still pretty good at it.
I'm not going to.
I don't want to prove that. Yeah. Most definitely. Well, we salute those employees that have served our country, and as well as all of those people out there in the community and in our country who have, given their lives and have fought for our country. So
we definitely wouldn't be able to do this podcast today without those men and women who are willing to put their lives on the line so that we can do what we do.
So true. So true.
So thank you. We appreciate it very much. And
so did any of you, did any of your family members serve in the military?
Not currently. Not currently, but I've had quite a few, a cousin, an uncle, another cousin, grandpa, uncle.
What about you, Mr. Clark?
Yes, both my grandfathers, 2 uncles, and Most of my parents and their siblings were World War II.
I think we've had that conversation before that my father was in World War II also. So.
Yeah, my grandfather served in World War II and Korea, so pretty interesting thing about his military career is he ended up in Korea working in the postal side, and then when he came back to the U.S., he worked for the United States Postal Service till his retirement. So that's how he got.
That's pretty
The
interesting.
days of grabbing the mail off of the hook on the train and sorting the mail on the train while it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how old we are, that we're still connected to people who were sorting mail on the mail train.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very grateful.
Very grateful indeed.
Well, we want to thank all our listeners that have tuned in. And if you know anybody in your family or friends or that you work with, just thank them for their service. And we'll see you all next time here on #135.